और EU कमिश्नर इस वक्त मुश्तरका तौर पर प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस कर रहे हैं।
Constant, continued, sustained level of engagement shows how we have interests which are deeply entangled with each other's. We have concerns which might also be entangled with each other's. But more importantly, Commissioner, your particular area of expertise tells us also on how we engage to take care of the concerns, at the same time build new avenues for cooperation. And I look at it very simply. Pakistan is a country where migration is an important issue. As you all know, Pakistan is a country of origin, transit, and destination of migration. We are currently hosting around 3 million Afghan refugees on our territory. I don't know there are many other countries in the world which can talk about being a house and have provided home and infrastructure, whether it's house, schools, education, etc., to that many number of refugees. At the same time, Pakistan is also cognizant of the European Union's concerns over any illegal migrants coming in from this area to its member countries. As you know, we have taken legislative, policy and administrative measures to be able to make sure that irregular migration from Pakistan is minimized and eventually completely stopped. Now, I also know that in the Pakistan-European Union Strategic Engagement Plan, which was signed in 2019, both sides had agreed to work towards a broader, a mutually beneficial and a comprehensive dialogue on migration and mobility with clear targets and joint commitments. Now, I know that we haven't made much headway on that in the past, and therefore I'm very pleased to welcome you to Pakistan today as you come with a commitment from the European Union to launch a dialogue on migration and mobility in the first half of next year. And this, strategically speaking, is how I see this relationship going forward. We minimize the possibility of illegal migration, at the same time open doors wide for legal migration of both, the talent pool that exists in Pakistan. Pakistan clearly is a country which has exportable surplus when it comes to human resource. And we believe that we have every possibility to be able to engage together to ensure that the infrastructure is provided both in terms of language courses, skill training, and the very sophisticated pool of skilled labor that already exists, within the IT sector and others to find a win-win situation. As I've said before, we understand that the European Union is currently faced with a shortage of manpower in information technology, in startups and other important areas. Now, Pakistan, as we all know, possesses a large pool of readily available skilled areas in many fields. And around 65% of our population is below the age of 35. There are many schools and universities which produce very talented people in IT, healthcare, software engineering and other areas. We have also now established a mechanism to recruit and export manpower in many fields. So Pakistan is therefore well placed today to provide the European Union with the required manpower. I hope that the dialogue on migration and mobility will be fruitful and add another important dimension to what has truly been a beneficial Pakistan-European Union relations. And at the end, I think I would be amiss if I were not to at least mention one other area which has served the countries well, the European Union and Pakistan well, which is the area of GSP+. This, as we all know, has been a win-win. We have seen an escalation of exports from both countries more than 60%. So whether the numbers are 68% and 86% or vice versa, I think this has been a win-win, and therefore we are looking towards that, the ongoing dialogue on that, and the continuation of that to offer win-win possibilities to the two.
Thank you very much. Start by thank you, Minister Rabbani Kar, for the excellent discussions today. And can I also say to reply to your start that in my experience, many years as minister and also as a commissioner, lessons learned is never underestimate a female politician's strength, commitment and brilliance. And thank you very much, Hina. I think really we had a very warm and good talk today, and I think that we can do a lot of things together. I would like to thank the Pakistani government and all the authorities also for the very warm welcome that I have received here, and for the very interesting visit that I did yesterday. What we are building on is 60 years of relations between the EU and Pakistan. And we have, Pakistan is a very important and strategic partner for the European Union. And we have seen this good cooperation in many areas. You mentioned the trade, and I think this is an area we've seen a lot of a good outcome, that we could do even more. And coming to my portfolio, in Peshawar, I saw the efforts that authorities are making for good and sound border management, and the sophisticated counter-terrorism strategies that are being designed and implemented. And these efforts are, unfortunately, necessary, and I think they are well advanced. They illustrate the responsible approach of Pakistan as an influential actor and leading presence in the region. A stable security situation is in the interest of all, including beyond the region. So that's why this area of security is also an area where I would like to see a deeper cooperation between us two. When it comes to migration, the EU and Pakistan have a strong foundation of cooperation to stand on. And you mentioned the Afghan refugees. I think it's impressive, the generosity. And I would like again to thank you for how you have dealt with this very, very difficult situation with the Afghan refugees. And of course, there's a big of many differences, but also now in the European Union, we are experiencing 4.5 million Ukrainian refugees that are being hosted in homes. So these are challenges that we have to deal with. At the same time, also have the possibility and the strength to look into other areas of migration where we also need to cooperate. And you already mentioned many of those. I'm very happy that we together today can launch this dialogue, the comprehensive dialogue on migration and mobility. And it's about building on of course, the experience that we already have, the already good cooperation that we have on the EU readmission agreement and on legal pathways. But we can do so much more. The EU is an aging society, and we are lacking skilled workers in many areas and on many different levels. And I know that you are very well prepared to be a strong partner to us when it comes to legal migration. So I'm happy to explore that and intensify our cooperation on the legal migration. At the same time, it's important that we also make the distinguish between those that are eligible to stay and those that are not. And that's why we also need to work on counter-smuggling and irregular arrivals, and step up on return and readmission. And I think this is two legs that we can do together. So I think really we have a good base to stand on, and we have the common